We.
She sees a bard destroyed and shredded as its soul is consumed. So, what is your plan with these Terra folk?
I'm hopping out of hiding, I guess.
How far down the mountain face is there a cave entrance?
Let's see. It's just below the southern lip, so it's not. The base of it is probably like 30 feet down. Oh, yeah, it's exactly 30 feet down. Well, okay, no, it's 30 feet down and then 20 feet high, so the entrance is 50 feet down to the floor of the entrance.
All right. Well, I think before I climb down, I'd like to set up like 4 pitons about 10 feet back from the edge of the rock, and then take 2 ropes and tie myself in one rope to 2 pitons, and then the other end of each rope to me.
Okay, you can rig up a climbing gear.
It's just a long way down for me.
Yeah, it's not that far to get to the cave. It's really far to get to the ground is the problem. Because yeah, then it's another from the cave. It's like another 1,800 feet to the floor of the valley.
Yeah, and I'm very okay with just kind of like hanging there, holding onto the edge of the cliff while I just blast people.
So let's see. Azaka wants nothing to do with this. She is staying upstairs.
She's afraid of heights, I think. She
She's
didn't want
like,
to go to the flame finger place either.
nope, 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 none of that.
Ozaka, what if you just go down the chimney? Then you won't be anywhere near the edge.
She's kind of like looking down the chimney, going, I'll follow you. You all go ahead. I'll stay here and guard your rear. Mrao is yelling down the chimney, going, "Hello, anybody down there?" So let's see. Okay, so who else is going down the chimney? Maka was going frontal.
Sorsha's going to be going with Maka, primarily because that's where Featherfall is most likely to be useful.
Oh, there's Sorsha. There we go. Sorsha's going through the front.
And then what I can do is I can send my familiar with you guys, and then look through my familiar's eyes. And once you guys start attacking and taking surprise by the back, we will drop down and run the front.
That sounds good.
Okay. Oh, and Fulgrim, you are wearing armor. You will not fit down the hole unless you take your armor off.
He's a dwarf, isn't he?
Dwarves are still medium.
Are they really?
Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah, they are.
Yeah. Dwarves were invented before powerful build. Because otherwise they would be small with powerful build, but they're not. They're just medium. Because tradition. So, these three are going down the ropes. Rash and Mrao are not at all being stealthy.
Well, we're trying.
Here. Yeah. You are trying, yes. People at the...
Could be good enough. They might be stupid.
It's not like we're ringing a dinner bell.
Kinda you are. Okay, let's pop that guy out. People in the front, would you like to make a stealth check? Or are you just
Absolutely.
gonna jump down? You could also do that.
I would love to make a stealth check, really.
Yeah, so everybody is yelling your battle cries. Yeah. Woo!
I'm
Okay,
so glad
as
someone
bad
did
as
this.
our stealth rolls are, it's not that bad.
Yeah, it is. So yeah, that is 3 ones on 5 stealth rolls. That is impressive. Yeah, initiative would be the thing to roll now. Luckily, I guess, the people in front are making so much noise that the Terrafolk are really kind of focused on them more than the people in the back.
all three of us were climbing, or me and Rash were climbing down at the same time, kinda, I guess. So we'll hit the ground,
Yeah.
seconds apart.
Yeah.
I give Mrao the thumbs up.
We'll consider that initiative roll as part of your, your order. Whoever's higher in initiative is the one that was going first. I think that's fair. Okay. Least stealthy party ever. However, Rash is hopping down the 30-foot thing, springing from side to side, and he is first.
Am I gonna wait until the front line is engaged before attacking?
Okay.
So I'm going to hold my action to, once they've kind of...
Okay. Where are you going to be?
I'm gonna be getting ready to go down the rope with Mrao.
You're in front of me, so.
Oh, I'm in
She
front
said,
of you?
yeah, she said the initiative order was going to be where we are,
Yeah.
further down the pipe. So you're in front of me.
Oh, well.
You're lower than me, I should say.
I guess... I don't suppose we can do the shenanigans we did in the last part and use the hole to hide in.
Well, the hole is you can't get through past each other. You're both medium and you're squeezing as long as you're in the hole.
No, I'm
If we had
small.
armor, we would.
Oh, you're small.
I'm
Okay.
small.
So the hole is comfortable for you. It is not comfortable for Mrao.
I had a tough decision here because those Petrophos are likely gonna eat me. Well, damned if we do, damned if we don't. So I'm gonna...
Yeah, you're in a.
Something weird just happened.
I'm gonna try and find a place to hide while our front line just assume that.
Okay. Oh. So you're short bowing this guy in the back?
Yeah.
Because, yes, a 21 will hit.
Okay, so that means it's critical because I got the jump on him. So
No, they're not surprised. They hear you. They're aware.
Oh well.
I
Assassin.
thought you, since he got the first attack of the round.
I thought Assassin still had to be surprised, though.
He gets advantage, but it's only an automatic crit if he surprises them.
Yeah.
It does mean he gets sneak attack.
And the grung poison, so 6, 2, and possible 5.
Oh, alright. He needs to make a con save.
Then we're gonna do what we do best. That's a pretty decent hide thing.
Well,
yeah,
there's not really anywhere to hide down here. It's just a cave. Like, there's some bones and stuff, but they're just on the floor. It's not like there's...
No stalactites or stalagmites?
No.
Dark.
It's not that big a cave. What's your... DC 12 on the poison, so he ignores the poison, so he'll just take 8. He looks a little stung. And then it's Brown's turn.
Yeah, right.
I'll come in over to the corner, and then I'll shoot the same one that he shot.
Okay. Well, there you go.
Shot.
No hunter's mark, though. I should
No.
have done that. I wasn't thinking.
But
So only just the 12.
that's still pretty good. He's looking very hurt now. There's a lot of squawking going on.
I will put my hunter's mark on him now.
Okay.
Now that I've remembered.
Okay. And these Terrafolk...
Oh, I wanna shoot the guy next to him too.
Oh, okay. This
the
one?
guy in the middle.
Yeah.
I forget.
That one
This
has
ranger has the horde.
Right.
So just
Okay.
9. I should have put it on him since I was shooting him, but just 9 for him.
Okay.
And now I'm done.
So now it is the Terrafolk's turn. They're going to fly out and harass the people on ropes. So let's see. There's a couple for Maka, and a couple for Fulgrim, and a couple for Sorsha, and then these two have been hit, so they are aware of the people behind them. So we'll just go down in order. 3 attacks, wow. So here's Fultgrim. 2 bites and 6 claws. No, 4. Why are they not auto-rolling damage? You jerks. I'll fix that. So let's see. A 20.
Shield of Faith is a reaction, right?
What's a reaction?
Shield of Faith is a reaction, right?
I don't know.
Shield of Faith is a bonus action.
Bonus, yeah.
Let's see, what is 18? Okay, so these claws hit. So a total of 14 slashing damage as they fly out. And then I fix their sheet so that they will just roll. Nope, that's not how you do it. I've totally forgotten how Roll20 works, apparently. Nope, that's not how you do it. Nope, I don't remember how to make NPCs auto-roll initiative, or auto-roll damage.
I think you have to change them to PC, and then change it, and then go back to PC.
Is that it? Okay. Oh wait, no, it's down here, isn't it? There we go. It's just in their NPC thing. Roll queries, always roll advantage, do auto-roll damage. They always gotta mess something up. Okay. Now it's time for Sorsha to get attacked by Terrafolk.
Okay, bring it on.
1 bite. No, 2 bites and 4 claws. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Okay, looks like 1 bite and 1 claw.
That's not too bad.
Sounds like a shield time.
No, because I want to keep my reaction to cast Featherfall.
Right.
I cannot afford to lose that.
And finally, Maka is gonna get 2 bites and 4 claws. 1, 2, 3, 4. How are these Terrafolk? They're pretty pitiful. So what is that for Maka? Just that that claw. So 8 slashing damage. Oh, and now the 2 in the back. One's gonna go for Rash. One's gonna go for Mrau. Oh. So a bite and 2 claws for Rash, which are all gonna miss. And a bite and 2 claws for Mrau. This one's much more effective. So those are all going to hit for a total of, what is that, 11, 14. And they're kind of calling out to their other ones like, hey, we got trouble back here. Sorsha.
Okay, so we're currently on the ropes on our way down?
Yes.
Or... Okay, so how much further do we have to do to actually get to that cave entrance?
Well, you can decide what order you were going in. I'll say the first person is basically dangling in front of the cave, and then the next person would be 10 feet up, and the next person would be 10 feet up.
All right. And how much effort is it going to take to change from dangling to actually being in the cave?
You could try jumping. That would work.
Right. Well, I can go with an acrobatics roll because I can do that.
Okay.
This will no doubt give away some opportunity attacks.
So yes, that would, the 2 that would, oh well, you did a very nice job. So the 2 are going to take little swipes at you. Ooh, that one's going to hit you for 3, but you will be safely on the ledge of the cave.
All right, I can take the 3. And from here, I guess it would be possible for me to catch those 2 in a burning hands.
Yeah. So well, it's not a very good representation because I'm trying to do 3 dimensions here.
Yeah, that's why I'm thinking if it's the 2 that were harassing Sorsha, they would be at...
Oh yeah, so you definitely could have done it before you jumped.
Oh yeah, fair enough.
Yeah, that would work.
I'm good with that.
Yeah.
We'll see if this will worry them at all.
So yeah, technically these 2 down here were the one that were pestering Sorsha. Here, I'll put them next to each other. Let's see. Dex saves for them. 1, 2. And they're going to...
Make them fall.
Well, no, one of them is going to hurt, and the other one's going to hurt a little bit less. So 14 for you, and 7 for you. One of them looks much more scorched than the other.
Okay, and if I can move in a little bit further in so I'm not right on the ledge, that'd also be good.
Oh, sure.
Sure, she's got enough movement to end up back a little bit.
Yeah.
And then we'll call that the turn. But I definitely want to still be keeping an eye so I can see Fulgrim and Maka, just in case either of them is falling.
So let's see. I'm going to move these two here. I'm going to move these two here because they're Makas, and I'm going to move these two here because they're Fulgrims. And then you can see who's attacking whom, and it will be Fulgrim's turn.
Okay.
Okay. Ooh. Okay, so you're going to make it. Boop. It's dangerous. You are just like, you've got like 1 foot slipping off the ledge, but you manage to throw yourself forward and catch yourself.
Okay. I'll take out the big guns and do.
Okay, 14. Yeah, that'll hit for 6. Anything else?
Then I'll use my cantrip, Sacred Flame.
Okay. Oh, wait. It should be... Which one are you hitting with the... I think I did the wrong guy. Which one are you hitting with the weapon?
I'd like to go with the one that Social went at after.
Okay. And Sacred Flame, Dex save for him. He will dodge it. But he's looking pretty hurt. And Maka.
Alright, I will cast Hex on the Terrafolk that was more burned, and then I will Eldritch Blast it.
Okay. Nope. You will just miss it.
And then I also have my familiar fly down the hole and help out on the Terrafolk that Mrau is locked with combat.
Okay. And then it will be Rash's turn.
How hurt is the one in front of me?
He doesn't look too bad. Couple of bruises.
I have to do pack tactics here since he can see me anyway. I'm going to disengage.
He tries to take a swipe, but can't.
Move over to where my ally is and shank.
Yep, that will hit.
Alright, since he's adjacent.
Oh, he is. Oh, until you scare him with the sneak attack. He was totally not expecting that, and he falls dead at your feet.
Alright. So now Meow can start firing on the hunter's mark.
Oh, yeah. I'll put the spiritual weapon over there. That's the one I just hit. Okay. Meow.
I will move my hunter's mark from the dead one to the live one in the cave.
Okay.
Then I will shoot it.
Yes, you will. 9. Now it's looking pretty hurt.
I'll kind of move to there. And I'll be done.
It'll be the Terrafolk's turn, so this one will just walk up and... Oh, I forgot about its terror dive. I should have done that. Oh well. These are from Rao. So I think, yeah, 2 of those hit for a total of 13.
IR unconscious.
Oh, okay.
No kitty thingy.
Pretty happy about that. Let's see. These ones are all gonna try to swoop their way into the cave. Yeah, okay, they can. Oh, actually, yeah, okay. So these two are just gonna walk right in. Hey, this is our cave. Get out. This very hurt one is going to terror dive Fultgrim. And, well, we'll see what happens, and then we'll resolve the other ones.
How high is the cave? 20 feet, you said?
Oh, the ceiling of the cave? Yeah, 20 feet. It's a little bit lower in the back. It's more like 15 in the back and 20 couple in the front, but you'll just say 20 for ease of thing.
But enough room for them to drop like a sturge, I guess?
Oh, yeah. These are... Oh, yeah, there's plenty of room for them to fly in and attack. So, actually, they can both get them. So this one will be for Sorsha. This is a terror dive. A bite and 2 claws. So 8 slashing, and Sorsha, that was really scary. You are frightened until the end of your next turn.
Okay, no problem with that.
And Fultgrim, this bite and 2 claws are for you, and yeah, you are also really scared. That was terrifying. So 7 piercing damage, and you are frightened until your next turn. And now this other one is going to try to grab Fultgrim and throw him off the edge.
Isn't he like 20 feet away from it?
What?
They moved in. Isn't the green the cave inside the cave?
Yes, they're inside the cave. He's going to grab Fultgrim. This guy right here that hasn't attacked. He's just flying in and grabbing, which is a athletics roll. Okay. Ooh. All right, Fultgrim, you have athletics or acrobatics. All right. So you're grappled, but his movement is done. So you are frightened and grappled. And these 3 are going to come harass Maka. So let's see. This one is going to try to pull Maka off the ropes. So, yeah, it's just going to spend its time attacking the ropes. Which it seems to do pretty well. Maka is now falling. Unless Sorsha has something to say about that.
I believe I will say something and throw a featherfall out there.
Is he falling onto the ledge, or is he falling...
No.
Try and grab
the side of the
Um,
mountain?
yeah, I'll give you a dexterity save to try to grab the ledge, especially with the feather fall. You're going a little slower. Yeah.
I don't think so.
You kind of, like, when you're about 20 feet down, you kind of finally reach out a hand, and no, it's too late. These Terrafolk are going to attack you before you fall, so that will be 2 bites, and 1, 2, 3, 4 claws, and they will laugh as you are floating gently down towards the ground. It's really far down. But wait, did any of those actually hit you? No, they don't.
No. How far down did you say it was?
1,800 feet.
It's gonna be a long climb, buddy.
It's gonna be a long fall. You got a couple of rounds of falling there. 60 feet around.
60 feet around, so
Yeah.
he can still use his Eldritch Blast next round.
Oh yeah, that's true.
Constantly try and make another dex save on my turn to try and grab on or something.
I don't know. Let's see. Because I'm trying to think of it, because it's kind of just down. But yeah, you could probably try to grab onto a ledge or something.
Oh, you can always curl up in your shell for more AC and float down like Gamera.
But it's Sorsha's turn. Oh yeah, that's true. Can you spin around in the air and like shoot Eldritch blasts out of your feet? Yes, you are, Gramora. This is perfect. Sorsha, you feel better.
A little bit. This will help. So that's my bonus action used, and I've got a bunch of targets right there, so I think it's rapier time. And I guess that'll be on this one here.
Okay. Oh yeah. You can't reach the other one. So yes, 9. That will hurt it. Oops.
I'm certainly hoping so.
If if I can get into its little number thing there. There we go. Now it's looking a little bit bruised up. Not quite bloody.
That's good.
And anything else?
No, that's an action and a bonus action. I think that's enough.
Okay. Fulgrim.
Well, I'll start with a bonus section.
Oops, that's not what I meant to do. Okay. Which one do you want to bonk?
The one that I previously did.
Oh, okay. That's
Possible.
this one that's flown over here now. Yeah. But not with a 9. That is not possible.
And I'll try to get out of the grapple.
Oh, right. Let's see if if you have freed yourself. Probably not, but you never know. No, he holds you tight. And it's Maka's turn as you float gently down. You're now about 60 feet below everybody.
So, do you want the deck save, or how shall we resolve it?
Okay, I will say if you spend your action trying to make a deck save, then you can try to grab onto a tree or a branch or a vine or something.
Alright.
And you do manage to grab onto a vine.
Ooh. Okay. Then, yeah, I'll just have my my familiar help on this guy.
Huh, why is this not in here? I am missing a thing. Ah, I'm missing... How am I missing a monster? That's not... Oh, I know why. Because... No, it's in this... It's in this. That's weird.
There's more in here?
No, everything's fine. Just missing a monster for some reason. And it's upsetting because it's one of my favorite monsters. But okay, so...
Tarrasque appears in Chult.
Yeah. No, you didn't know that Chult was the native home of the Tarrasque. No, that's not my favorite monster. So sorry, Maka is now holding on to a vine tightly and no longer falling.
Supporting the weight of a 450-pound turtle.
Yep.
431. I didn't get my exercise in the jungle.
And then it's Rash's turn.
Hey, that's a sturdy vine. Well,
yep.
I got advantage on the little parafolk thanks to the familiars, so
yep.
I'm going to take advantage of that. Oh, wait.
Oh, that's convenient. Short bow.
Wow. Come on, fail your con save.
Let's see.
Damn it.
He says, no thank you. Yeah, he looks hurt. He looks real hurt. But that wasn't quite enough damage to actually end him.
Now I'm gonna... Yeah, this is getting kind of difficult. Back my ass into the corner right here. And I'm done.
And that'll be Mrow's turn. Oh, right. That's right. You are dying. Forgot about that. Okay, so...
Mrow have a potion on him that I could administer.
This one's gonna go after the little froggy.
This is a surrogate character. They don't give them anything useful.
Yeah, I was kind of wondering if you'd acquired anything in your time while I was away.
Yesterday? No. Or last week?
No.
So here is a bite and 2 claws for Rash. One of those bites or claws is going to hit you.
1 hit.
So he'll just slash you a little bit. These ones, let's see.
Wait a minute. How did I deal 1 with a... They didn't put in the frickin'...
Oh. Yeah, no, it doesn't. So yeah, what's your dex bonus?
+2 it looks like. On the
3.
Oh, even your attack was only showing +2.
Okay, so your character sheet is messed up. So between the hits that he's already taken from you, he should be dead, because that should be at least 2 dex bonuses, and that would kill him.
Okay, yeah.
So that one's actually dead and did not come slash you.
Short bow is a strength weapon.
Oh yeah, that's a roll 20 bug that they just introduced. That's a fun one. Yeah. So okay, so that one was dead. It didn't come attack you.
Okay, well then
Give yourself 5 hit
we'll
points back, and yeah, fix that.
change our plans. And is there's
Well, you killed it on your turn.
okay. Well, I'm gonna
2 of your dex bonuses
move
would have
in
been exactly
front
enough to kill it.
move in front of Mrau, and you just kind of start looking around for something that might be able to stabilize him.
Okay, so this one is going to ignore Sorsha and try to come after little froggy guy, while this one is going to drag Fultgrim out of the cave. And it's going to fly over here and drop him.
And I'm going to use my reaction to cast Featherfall.
Okay.
Wait, your turn hasn't come up.
Let's see, who fell last time? Maka fell.
Maka.
Yeah, it's not Sorsha's turn yet.
And then,
well, did you get your reaction back?
Yeah, what
I think
about
I did.
because the Terraphobe go before.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, and Maka's already gone
Right.
down 60 feet. So
yeah, so
yes,
Sorsha reacted and then got her reaction back immediately.
All right. Okay.
Yeah. So yeah. So yeah, Fultgrim is just gently floating down. This one though is not happy about that. So let's see, what are they all gonna do? All right. This one is going to try to eat Fultgrim. Or no, this is the one that was going after Sorsha. Okay, right. This one's going to eat Fultgrim. This one's going to come in and bother Sorsha, and this one's going to fly in to bother. Oop, there he is, Rash.
What's up?
So let's see. This one's for Fultgrim. A bite and 2 claws. Very badly. These 2 are for Sorsha, so 2 bites. Ooh, and 1, 2, 3, 4 claws.
Yeah, well, the crit should be enough. Yep.
And let's see, there's 4 for Rash. Or 4, 2. 2 bites and 4 claws for Rash. So the 18 that hits you, and so does the 17. And 1, 2, 3, 4 claws. Oh, and so does the 19. So that is a total of what? A lot. 8 and 6 is 14, and another 6 is 20. Oh, ow. Man, these guys are not nice. So Sorsha can make a death save.
Oh, it's nice to be able to get straight onto that.
Oh!
Well, you saw it.
That's not good. Fultgrim, you are gently floating down. There's a Terraphobe kind of near you.
Did I try to grab on something?
Sure.
As well?
Yep.
What kind of save? Oh, check.
Make a dex save. That's what I gave Maka, so that's what we're gonna go with. And yeah, you do manage to grab into some vines. You're climbing up.
Yep. I don't think I can see up there yet.
Yeah. Not really. No, you'd be 60 feet down. So Maka, you're also 60 feet down.
So how I can see some Terraphobe, right?
You can see the ones that are flying around. Yes, the 2 that are flying around above you.
It's a shame Izaka didn't shoot any of the outside ones.
Yeah, which one is my hex on?
I do not remember because I forgot to mark it.
Okay.
Probably one of the ones that's hurt, right? So maybe this
Yeah.
one then? Probably that one.
Which one? Sorry, I didn't see.
This one that's next to, not actually next to Fulcrum, but on the map is next to Fulcrum.
Okay, so then can I go ahead and Eldritch Blast it?
Sure. Why? Oh, that's why. So yeah, a 13 will hit, and an 11 will hurt it very badly.
And then I will just keep on holding on, and I will direct my familiar to help on this guy.
Okay. And now you'll find out that part of why it was so easy to hold on to that vine is that that vine is holding on to you. Oops. There we go. Admire the lovely Roll20 art. And it is going to try to whap you with its... Oh, and it does. So it will whap you with its vines. Oh, it's also not doing auto damage. Come on.
Yeah, it says 21.
There we go. Yeah, now it's 14.
Oh.
Because it's not rolling it. Yeah. Oh, yeah, that's the damn... Oh, wait, 14... Yeah, okay, that's why. And then you would get the poison at the start of your turn.
Well, I'm going to have 2 hit points left, so the next turn I'll automatically be on even with minimum roll.
Oh.
I'm going to be instant kill, too, which would be fun.
That will be fun. Okay, Rash.
I'm going to use my bonus action to disengage, jump up the hole, and dash up it.
Okay.
Self-preservation mode active.
So you are at the top.
Understandable.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Azaka is up there.
I kind of look at her and just kind of point down and make a throat-slitting motion.
She's like, what? Okay. Sure.
And just kind of warily look down the hole. If they're coming up, I'm popping one.
Yeah, they can't actually fit up the hole. They didn't even know it was there until y'all just showed them. Meow. Oh, you're awake.
Hey, you're alive. in a really bad situation. Come up the hole. Come up the hole. Get out of there.
Yeah, I can't jump 20 feet in the air like you can. We're 20 feet down from the bottom of that hole.
15.
Yeah, but you can climb.
But you can climb, yes.
And you can move feline extra speed.
Yes.
Half my movement was standing up.
Yeah, but you can double your movement for being a cat person.
Yep. Kitty zoomies.
Or if you
I
want
am
to
using my
superheroic.
cat. And I'm going to cast Cure Light Wounds on Sorsha.
That is superheroic.
Morale with the save. Let's see. There's a lot of Terrafolk here. Okay, so 2 of them are going to come up behind Morale. See how the first one does. The claw.
But before the damage starts getting dished out, how much health do I get back? 7. Okay.
Okay, so 2 claws and 1 bite. Ooh, Morale is back down. This one is going to come look up the hole and try to figure out what's going on there. Try to, like, stick his head in the hole. And this one is going to go after Sorsha with a bite. Oh, which will put her back down.
Yes.
So it's like, awesome, great, I'm going to drag this corpse over here for snacks later. He's dragging you. You're over here. Yum, snacks. And this one's like, great, I've got my dinner, happy. And these 3, this one's going to fly out and try to figure out what's going on with the floating cleric over there. So that is 3 bites. Oh, gosh. How does Fulgrim feel after 15, 22, 27 damage?
He's feeling like taking a nap.
Yeah.
He's feeling like he's not holding onto a vine anymore and falling.
Well, luckily, he is also going to be snacks for later. Yum. Okay, so Sorsha can make a death save. True. You are at 0 now. Ooh.
Yes, well, not as bad as last time.
Azaka is yelling, holy crap, what is happening down there? She's going to take a shot. She's got a... What does she have? She has a longbow. To gently pierce one of those guys. Fulgrim can make a death save. And Maka can get poisoned a little bit for 17 damage.
Not instantly dead.
No.
But that is.
So you are down, and the Assassin Vine, I think, is gonna probably eat Maka. So I'll give a little squeeze for a failed. Oh wait, no, 16. That does hit you. So that is one fail on your death saves, and it's Rash's turn.
I'm.
One's looking
Wow.
directly up the chimney at you.
That's true. You can see the head of one poking his head up the chimney.
Yeah, I'm gonna do what rogues do. Takes this advantage to hide from him. Hopefully his
Yeah.
passive perception isn't a 10, and now is my
It.
fixed short bow.
He seems to be looking at you with one beady eye. You don't seem to really be hidden from him.
Oh well.
Well, yeah, that's not gonna hit him anyway, even with advantage.
And I kind of look at Azaka and just shrug helplessly and then make kind of a motions like get new team at Port Danzaru.
Yep, I think she agrees with that one. Mrau.
Go back to Port Danzaru.
Well, that's a success. And Terrafolk, let's see, what do they have to do left? Snacks all around, I think. I don't see any way of anyone getting out of this.
Yeah, I'm not sticking around to fight all of them either.
You couldn't win if you tried.
No, this is.
Yep, so
I'm
I think
sorry, guys.
everyone's going to take a couple of death saves, and that will be the end of Sorsha, Mrau, Maka, and Fulgrim, as they are all eaten by the dangers of Chult. Azaka and
Well,
Rash escape, barely with their lives. Oops, taking the whole cave with you. I can't get Rash for whatever reason. Let's get rid of this cave.
we're not. Let's not mess with terror folk ever again. We've had really bad luck with these guys.
They are not nice, no. However, you did kill 2 of them.
Well,
So let's see, I gotta figure out what the XP for 2 Terrafolk is. 200 each. Okay, so we'll give
that's
everyone a moment
400.
to bring in their. Oh yeah, and I have all the
Does that
surrogates
mean
made if you.
I get all the experience for this one?
No, weirdly, if you die, you still get experience for that one. You just don't get experience that you earned before that. So everyone shares the 400 there. Yeah, let's get rid of all this, all these guys, all this. Oh yeah, if anyone needs a surrogate, I can import one in. I've got all of them except for the druid statted up.
We have to. Do we have to go back to the mage and just kind of like explain, like, listen, we don't know what happened. They all died.
Yep. Oops. So that leaves just Azaka. Azaka is the only original member of the party who is left. But no. Yeah, she will go find more people in the jungle. She'll help Rash you know, the look around and see if you hadn't killed Nanny Poo Poo, she could have helped you all out. Sadly, the only person who can defeat the death curse is now herself, being eaten by the soulmonger.
How could she defeat it?
Well, she couldn't defeat it. She could, what's the word I'm looking for? Circumvent it.
Really? That would have been news.
Nana, we got 4 customers for you.
Nope, she's dead. She's just like rotting away. Blech. Oh, actually, no. Her corpse is burned. She's not even rotting. She's a pile of ashes.
We moved the flesh golem into the hut. We didn't move her into it.
I thought you put both of them in.
Ah, well, I moved the golem. I don't remember anybody else.
I think she was already in there. I don't remember.
Nah, we were outside a little bit when we killed her.
But I do know that she's totally dead, and because of the death curse, she can't come back. Even if you raised her, and you wouldn't want to do her little thing anyway. Oh, that's interesting. Is that new?
So, where are we on the map? I take it where it's a little like Zakon, like
Bala.
Mm-hmm.
Wait, mine's still loading in. Very slowly, 1 hex at a time. Y'all need to explore more of the jungle so that I can get rid of some of these little white hexes.
We'd love to, but we keep dying.
I should have made it new character. Just in case Rigsby died, I can bring in an actual real character again.
Oh, yeah.
Well, yeah, you've got no reason to use a sub.
Saying is I didn't prepare one that's tier 1. It would take too long.
Well, it would have to be level 1 if you don't have one to bring in. You still get, like, your surrogate still collects everything, and you just put everything on a new level 1 character when the death curse is broken. What was it?
I said, I don't think we're going to get that far.
Stiff upper lip, it's just a minor setback.
Well, pop me in the cleric.
Okay, let me grab that.
Can you bring in the paladin as well, please?
1 cleric, 1 paladin.
Yeah, I've got the. I'm taking the paladin as well, so we'll at least have some healing.
However, y'all are not going to be thrilled about the whatchamacallit. Wait, where am I looking at? They are all under S, aren't they? Yep. Okay.
My goodness, is any of us going to make it? Be able to claim the original reward from the wizard?
You're actually doing pretty well on time, as far as days are going.
I mean, everybody who she hired is dead.
Weirdly, though, she can sense the soul inside of you. What is this called? This is called Tomb of Annihilation. It begins with a T. Tomb of Annihilation. There we go. 1 paladin. And what was the other one that I was doing? Sorry, I forgot.
It was 2 paladins and a cleric.
I've already got a token in for my paladin.
Cleric. Okay, it begins with... Wait, why do I have... Oh, because I already scrolled past it. Albino dwarf. Okay, so both of them should be in there now. Yeah, I know Kit was already working on his.
Oh, I had it all prepared.
I can't imagine why.
I think the first 2 sessions were the lesson on that.
Yeah, I think the lesson that has been learned here is leave the Terrafolk alone. They're more dangerous than they look like.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, technically Rosencrantz is still alive.
Huh.
It's not the Terrafolk, it's everything that we're going to run into.
Let's see.
I'm amazed we killed the golem.
Yeah, that was rough.
Yeah, that surprised me.
What am I looking for? Maxwell Carnation.
Yeah, that's what I named him, just off the top of my head.
Okay.
It's just poor writing on this adventure. Because if you start at level 1, then you need to kill the lower level stuff, using all of your time up.
Well, I mean, it's meant to be hard, you know? It's not meant to be easy. It is possible to get through. It's just... no, hey, that was not sorting A to Z. Oh, it is because Rosencrantz has a quotation mark. Okay. Oop. Put these down at the bottom. Verifier is not actually a player. But that's fine. Okay. Oh yeah, neither is sleep. Yeah, I think Rash has now developed a phobia of Terrafolk.
I think he's not gonna go near them because he's seen them just kill. They killed his friends. They ate them.
So yeah, so Azaka and Rash travel around the jungle for several days, which oddly don't advance the death curse at all, gathering up people that they meet along the way and rescuing them from dangerous situations, pulling them out of caves and caverns and off the river, until finally they have assembled a new party. I don't need that.
That hopefully speaks Chilton.
Yes. The surrogates seem to.
Yeah, I can talk to people.
Yeah, I think not all of them, but a lot of them do.
Well, certainly the paladin does. So that's half the party.
Yeah. I don't know. Let's see. The paladin was the albino dwarf, right?
No. The paladin is well, he looks like a pirate. He's actually a pirate hunter.
Ah.
Dexterity is the dump stat of the cleric.
I see. He does look like a pirate. He is a paladin sailor. Human, Chilton, catechid.
Well, we have lost all the supplies.
Yep. Yeah. So, well, yeah. That's kind of a problem. As far as I know, the packs usually come with like a water thing. But yeah, you no longer have any rain catchers. You've lost the canoes. You have a little bit of food from whatever your starting equipment is.
The paladin. Oh no, I'm thinking of a different character. There's at least one surrogate that can go hunting. I bet we don't have one.
Nope. The cleric is a noble.
Wonderful.
Oh, that's right. And the ranger is a sage.
Yeah, ranger is
yeah.
a sage.
Yeah. Let's see, we don't need that or that. Let's see what Azaka has for her. She doesn't even have survival. So yeah, does anyone have this? I mean, anyone can make a survival check.
I'm not proficient in it.
You can still try.
I am not proficient in survival.
It's What is it? It's wisdom?
What is my back criminal?
Oh, looks like Pyrogate is actually pretty good at survival.
Yeah, that's why I'm out in the middle of the jungle looking for pirates.
Rash, on the other hand, is like, well, I can eat scorpions. What do you mean that's not food?
Bugs.
Dungeon Master's Guide. I was just looking up the survival rules the other day about how many pounds of food you find, because it depends on... See, I think it was like 130 something. Was that it?
Worse yet, we don't have insect repellent.
This cleric has a 13 passive perception. What the hell? It's not one of the skills that he actually is proficient in.
No. Oh, here we go. Mapping, wilderness survival. Here we go.
But he's got Arcana. He's skilled in Arcana. Sweet.
Sometimes that matters. Oh, there's hazards. Where is eating foods? Foraging. It's under foraging, right? Yep, 111.
It's the bard that's an outlander.
Okay.
Oh, yeah. So,
That makes sense.
yeah. So anyone who is foraging for food and water, you all need to make a DC 10, and then you can roll a D6 plus your wisdom modifier to find how many foods in pound. Yes, how many pounds of food that you found.
So just a wisdom save, really?
No, it's a D6 plus your wisdom, not a wisdom save. That would be a D20. Okay, so it's pretty easy to find food, and Azaka is not stupid, so she will tell you. Yeah, so Wurin finds no food. The check is just a DC 10. So Wurin and Rash are kind of hopeless, but everyone else finds plenty of food. You only have to eat like a pound of food a day, I think. So
I think it was 2, wasn't it?
no, it's 1 pound of food and 2 gallons of water, which is fine. I'm just going to use your same number for pounds and gallons. You technically you can roll them separately if you really want to. It's the same thing. It's a D6 plus your wisdom modifier to find how many gallons.
Well, I took create, destroy water.
Oh, okay. That's good. Because, oh yeah, so what I was going to say is Azaka is not stupid. She has been in the jungle before, and she tells you don't drink anything without boiling it first.
Right.
But if you got create water, then you don't have to worry about water.
Plus, 2 of us are immune to disease.
Oh, that's handy.
Yes, we are.
That was the reason I took the paladin.
Wait, isn't he... How is he immune to disease?
Because it's a paladin. I believe.
Oh, I did not know that.
Yeah, 3rd level paladins are immune to disease.
I have never played anything other than a 1st and 2nd level paladin, because I never liked them enough to play them up to 3rd level.
Most of the time, it does not come into play.
However, yeah. Oh, I'm playing a Water Genasi Druid in Chult, and it's like, yeah, that create water and that Goodberry. Between the two of them, like, normally create water is not the vital survival spell that it is in this particular book. Let's see, that does not need to be hidden. I don't know why that 1 square of water is hidden.
So yes, I get identify as one of my domain spells, and yet the character doesn't have the diamond.
Oh, does anyone have survival? Is anyone trained in survival as a skill?
Nope.
Morale was the guide. Morale
Not
is dead.
trained.
Yeah. Okay. Nope. Maka got squished by a assassin vine.
Only Rash survived.
Only Rash survived because he ran. And Azaka because she didn't go in there. She was like, that's...
I think Azaka was the smartest one of all.
Let's see. So we'll go back to having her make the... Oh, well, I guess anyone can do it. If you want to decide among yourselves who wants to make the don't get lost checks, you'll be doing it at advantage for a couple of reasons. One is that you know where you're going. You've seen it now from a high vantage point.
I've got high wisdom. I can do it, I guess.
And two is that Azaka will be helping whoever makes the checks.
Well, are we still heading out where we were heading before, or are we going to go back to town and actually buy some stuff?
This is a good point.
We'll need to get our hands on some money first.
Well, we all have our starting monies, right?
Yeah, 10 gold pieces.
I started with a little bit more than that.
Like what? Your parents' allowance? Didn't they send you your trust fund money this month?
So where are we going? We're kind of out here already. We can always hit that and then go back to town. But we only have one canoe.
You're down to no canoes. Oh wait, no, one was Rash's, wasn't it?
Well,
Oh no, it wasn't.
Canoe.
No, you didn't. That's right. Yeah.
Rosencrantz has one in his bag, and since he's not here, the one
Yeah.
that we carried is the only one we have.
Yeah. But unfortunately, that one is on the body of whoever technically owned it. I forget who owned it.
Yeah, we would have left it at the bottom of this thing, I think.
Yeah.
Instead of carrying it up.
But what I'm saying is that that's someone's gear. So miraculously, it is stuck to their body, and you can't pry it off of them.
What is that?
That's the place where y'all are going. That's the Oracle.
Yeah, I say we go that way.
So, oh yeah, I was seeing what the distance was. It is 60 miles away. 6 hexes.
Yep, you guys want to change to a faster walking speed now?
Why not?
Yeah, let's do it.
We're not gonna go longer in the day, so we won't have to worry about exhaustion. The only thing that could happen is we might not see when we're getting attacked, and we might get attacked a little bit more often, and there's nothing wrong with that.
So yeah, you all have no chance of surprising things, and they do have a chance of surprising you. That's really the only thing
When
that
have we
changes.
surprised anything?
Yeah, mostly they've been doing the surprising. Okay, so let's see. Oh, did you? Well, I guess you don't really need to. So you don't really need to long rest before you set off.
I've had 3 days. I'm fine.
Well, it took us 3 hours to get up there, then we screwed around. Did it take us 3 hours to get back down?
It's a little bit faster
We're
going back
actually
down, but
close
yeah,
on
more or less.
So it's probably getting close to night anyway.
I don't think 6 hours makes it night. I mean, that's if you started at 8 a.m. You know, it's just after lunch by the time that you hit the bottom.
Alright, whatever.
Also, you can move 1 hex today, going at your fast speed. So go ahead and make your survival check with advantage. No problem. And everybody roll. Let's see. We'll go ahead and do tomorrow too, because nothing too exciting is going to happen today, right? So roll 3d12.
And roll your die 20s for your death.
Yes, and everyone can see if their soul has been devoured. One more for Steve Whitey.
Yeah, my macro only had 2.
Hey, I
Wait,
rolled a
I'm
20.
pretty sure you did not roll a 13 on a d12. I find that very unlikely.
That was for the
Oh, for your soul devouring. Okay.
soul.
Yeah, my 4th roll is my soul devouring one.
Okay.
Hey, I rolled a natural 20. I get my soul back.
I don't think it works that way. The next day dawns steady rain. However, whatever this
There's
rain
no
is,
rain catchers.
well, it still matters for when you get the storms.
Oh yeah.
I
None of us
just
have
kind of.
insect repellent anymore, right?
Yeah.
Let's see. Do-do-do.
I
Oh,
have
hey.
Natural inspect repellent.
Yeah,
Yeah.
the insects die when they touch you.
As you're moseying along in the rain, you notice a very suspicious pile with a tarp over it, and inside you find 1d4 climbers kits. And how many will that be? 1d4.
Yeah, that was what came in handy.
You find 2 climbers kits, so the next time you attack Terrafolk, well, none of these people except for Rash remembers the horrors of the Terrafolk.
Oh no.
But yeah.
Rash instantly takes one of the climber's kits and clings to it.
So let's see. That was day 17. And okay, so oh right, and so you moved 2 more squares, 1 to hexes. They're not squares. And we can start the next day. So let's see. The next day will be just a slight drizzle. Everyone can roll 2d12. And that'll be the end of day 18.
10 out of 10.
You're starting to get oh yes, and everyone needs to roll their soul devouring. Nobody's devoured yet. Oh wait, did you make the survival check for today? No. Okay.
I have not made it yet. No.
It looks like our Lancer is holding in there.
One survival check for today? Oh yeah, no problem. And alright, so the last day that you should get to Orlunga.
So the ones weren't bad with his 2 rolls of 1 on an encounter chart.
No, totally quiet. I mean, you see some parrots flying through the sky, and but otherwise, things seem to be leaving you alone. Perhaps the fact that you're all native Chiltons is giving you a little bit more luck here.
We're gonna check for food and stuff again.
Oh yeah,
the food is still a problem.
Oh yeah, it is. You're right. Okay, so
Hunt and forage.
DC 10 survival to get some food. And
some stuff.
if you get at least a 10, you roll a d6 plus 1 for your pounds of food. So 7. So pretty much Maxwell there feeds everyone is great. Which is good, because Pyroget is having a terrible time.
We got an extra 10 on that food. And we're taking our best steps to preserve as much as we can.
Yeah. In the heat, you can't really preserve anything, but it will last for a couple of days at least before going bad. You're getting berries, small game, all that kind of thing. So, let's say 2 to 3 days, after 2 days, half of it'll spoil, and after 3 days, it'll all be gone. If anything that you got on a particular day.
So, new day?
Okay, so yes, let's see. So, yes, new day. This is the steady rain day. So we'll do some encounters, see if anything happens. You can do some hunting. You can do a survival check to navigate. Oh, look at that. You could get your souls eaten. You can move 2 squares.
By 7 million times.
Let's see.
Soul is still hanging in there.
And what was I? Oh yes, I remember what I was doing.
Not too good on the survival. For the hunting one, that is.
Oh, that's interesting. I have to look this one up.
I don't think we're at hunting yet. I think we're at getting attacked.
No, you're not getting attacked. You can do your hunting rolls whenever. I mean, you might as well do it all at once. Take care of all the bookkeeping all at once. Especially since I gotta look this up and it's gonna take me a minute. Where is it? It is called...
None of us found food so far.
Oh, that's not great. Although you still have some from yesterday. So I don't think you'll starve today. Oh yeah. Kind of rough today.
None of the pre-gen characters have rations.
They do. They have
Explorers
packs. Yeah.
Explorers packs.
So if you need to, you can break into Explorer's Pack. 1 ration is 1 day's worth. Where is
Speak
this
for
encounter?
yourself. They gave me a burglar's pack.
Oh, does that not have food in it?
For the record, Maxwell has the heat purified food and drink prepared, and we'll do that ritually.
Oh, yeah.
Oh. Why is this? I know this is in here. What is it under? Like, I read this one. I know it exists. And yet I cannot find it. Is it under something else? And I'm not just going to go past it because it's a good one and you all want this encounter.
We will be patient then.
I mean, if you want, you can go ahead and do your thing for tomorrow. You'll reach Orlunga at noon tomorrow. So there's tomorrow. It'll be light mist.
You want a random encounter?
Yeah, I found food.
Oh yeah, don't do your encounters for the next day yet, because I will need to think of them. But you could do all your other bookkeeping for the next day. I'm still trying to figure out this one. Let's see. Okay.
Oh, Rash netted the mother load.
Which is good, because looks like everyone else is going... Oh, because Rash took all the food already, so nobody else can find any. He's just bouncing ahead, picking all the nuts, eating all the... grabbing all the berries.
Get a nice poison coat.
Alright, this is silly. From now on, somebody help somebody else.
Yeah.
Somebody with lots of wisdom. Looks like me and Warren. So 2 of y'all might want to help us.
Yeah, good idea. We'll split into pairs.
Okay. That's probably a better... Well, I guess really... Yeah, no, that does make more sense.
Get your forge buddies.
Oh, there it is. Okay. Do. Yeah, sure. So, on day 19, before day 20 happens, y'all are walking along, tramping through the jungle. It's been pretty quiet lately. Like, it's been surprisingly quiet. Nothing's attacked you. Nothing's bothered you. It's a little suspicious from what you know of the jungle. And as you're walking along through the light rain, a tree kind of lets go of its entire load of water and drenches you all. In the trees, you can sort of hear a very faint giggling.
Rash just looks very refreshed and looks up.
And then you walk along a little bit longer. And suddenly you're peppered by a bunch of berries that splatter against you and leave stains on your clothes.
Can I open my mouth and get one?
Sure. It's bitter. Doesn't taste good. Your tongue is now dyed purple.
Do I see where these things are coming from?
You can make a perception check.
That's a good idea.
Yeah, you don't know. Rash, you are certain that you know where that berry came from, and so is Pyroget. You know where that berry came from. You saw them being launched, but you don't see what launched them. Like a tree just kind of bent back its own branch and shot them at you?
I say greeting in Chultan. It's kind of like hail and well met or something like along those lines.
I need to check something. I don't know if it speaks Chultan. Probably not, but let's see. Does anyone speak Draconic? Probably not, since these are surrogates and...
Sadly, no.
No one took the goblin sorcerer.
Yeah, there's one that would speak it.
So you hear a little like rawr, 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 up in the trees. When nobody rawrs back.
Actually, Whitey does.
Oh.
Whitey speaks Draconic. Common, Draconic, Dwarvish, Goblin, and Grung.
Oh, there you go. He knows a lot of languages.
No.
No, he's, he didn't listen to his parents. He didn't want to take those classes. Refused to go on Saturday mornings.
I had to turn off the updated...
Oh, yeah.
The updated proficiencies and stuff in order to see it.
So, yeah, everybody else hears rawr, 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 but Whitey hears a little voice going, "Hey guys, how's it going? Everything good out with you guys?"
Shake my head.
In Draconic, I reply back. Sure, why not? Who are you?
Great, I'm glad to hear it. Uh, I'm Emerald, and as it introduces itself, the rest of you all see um, a little tiny green dragon with little fairy-like wings appear on the branch that just whacked you all with a bunch of purple berries. It waves a claw at you.
I wave back.
I wave.
Uh,
I wave as well.
you know this isn't really a safe place. What are y'all doing out here?
We're trying to find out why people can't stay. Well, people can't come back to life after they die.
Oh, that's I mean, it's not really something I've tried before, but I thought that was kind of the point of dying is that you don't come back afterwards. Like that's how it
Well,
works.
powerful people can bring you back to life, or at least they could, until recently.
Huh. That's weird.
I kind of see. Does it understand common?
Um,
I don't speak common.
yeah, it does not speak common.
Asking Shulton what it say.
I look at the toad and I say in grung, "What did you just say?"
I responded, and say, I asked what it said.
It was wondering why we were tramping through the woods.
Oh, does it happen to know where the oracle is?
Well, we know where the oracle is. It's just ahead of us. We've got it on the map. But I'll ask him anyway. I asked the little flying thing, rodent.
Oh yeah, that the Naga. She's like, oh, I don't know, 10 miles that way, and it points off the direction that you're pretty sure it is. So, it's nice confirmation that you haven't gotten lost. It's like, and it mentions, oh yeah, I have seen a lot of zombies around lately. Like, I mean, there's always been zombies, but there's been a lot of zombies.
Well, we're not too concerned about zombies. Zombies are pretty easy to kill.
Yeah. So, you guys need any help?
Sure, we'll take all the help we can get.
I'm not a fan of zombies myself. They're pretty scary. I don't like them. They don't like it. They don't do. Well, dragon. I have a mighty breath weapon. I usually does it just fine, protects me great, but it doesn't work on zombies. It's pretty messed up. I don't like it.
Well, since you live here, do you know anything else about the area? Like down in the mountainy areas was where we need to end up. Apparently, some priest back in town told us to go down that way. Might be the cause of everything, but we were going to ask the oracle.
Oh yeah, I've been down that way. And I don't know that you. I don't think you do want to go down there. It's full of gargoyles and snake people, and uh, yeah, it's gotten pretty dangerous down there.
Well, I think we do want to go down there. We need to find out what's causing this curse and try and remove it.
Oh well, you want to go down there? Okay. Sure. I can show you where it is, I guess. But I think you're wrong. I don't think you do want to go there. But it'll kind of show you on the map that area that you want is in there.
Well, that narrows it down a little bit more than the big block we put from the priest.
Oh yeah, and I needed to check something else about this guy. Okay, can't do that. Okay, just checking on what he can do. Yeah, so he's like, well, if y'all don't mind, I'll travel along with you for a little bit. I'm kind of heading this way.
That sounds fine. We're gonna go see the Oracle.
Okay.
I'm gonna relay the information back to the people who have no clue what we're talking about.
I kind of slowly nod.
Okay, that makes sense.
I have to relay it in several languages, I guess.
So you got the whole I Love Lucy thing going on, where you have you saying it in Grung, and then the Grung saying it in Chilton, and then yeah. By the end of it, you think that you're all going to go see the Wizard of Oz, but eventually, you all get the message across, and the dragon follows you around for the rest of the day, driving away scaring away all sorts of nasty things that wanted to attack you. So we're not going to make random encounter attacks checks for the next day. And you will arrive at Oralunga the next day at noon. Dragon's like, "Hey guys, I'm heading west, but good luck."
I make sure it gets thanked, and I give it a berry.
It takes it in one little claw and waves it at you and flies off. Let's see, is there a map for the... Okay, Firefinger map I can archive. Is there a map for... There is not? Oh, there it is. Omu. No, that's the different one. This is Oralunga. And there is not a map for Oralunga, so that's fine. You just need to make your...
Oh, you did already. Dangerous place on Earth?
Oralunga? Nah. Oh, gosh, I forgot that I needed to do that. Okay, well, that's going to happen, but it won't happen until after we take a break, because I'm going to need 5 minutes to set it up. But that's fine. That's fine. LMNO.
I can't change the icon on the dwarf. It won't let me add the avatar to it.
Hang on, let me see if I can fix that for you. So it's around noon when you break through the... who am I looking at? Where are you?
Whitey.
Yeah, oh, there he is. Okay. Huh. You should be able to.
Yep. Should and actually happening are not the same.
Huh.
I've dragged in a picture in like 7 times. It's not letting me do it. So
Okay.
you will have to do it.
Oh, if you put it in Discord, I can get it. I'll do that on the break, too. At any rate, Oralunga. A ziggurat rises from the jungle. Brick and stone. With 2 staircases angling up across the front face. One from the right, one from the left. They meet on a landing about 30 feet above your heads. That layout repeats. Second, third level, each one slightly smaller. The 4th level, 60 feet above the jungle floor, is an enclosed shrine, or maybe a temple. Its walls adorned with labyrinth symbols that you can barely make out in the misty rain. The jungle encroaches right up and onto this ancient structure. The first flights of steps are choked with creepers, tree roots, and flowering vines. Might have been surrounded by a city long ago, but the jungle is so dense it would take hours of searching to find buried foundations and tumbled stones.
Oh, this looks wonderful.
So, let's see. I will draw you a ziggurat. It's going to be awesome. Let's see, what's that? 1, 2, 3, 4. Jungle, right up on the edges of it. There we go. They're not angry eyes. They're apples. Because I grew up where all trees are apple trees.
Those trees have lasers.
Well, now they do.
Some freaking trees with freaking laser beams attached to their freaking branches.
Tree turrets.
Is it too much to ask?
There we go. Let me get him real quick. Oh, that's weird. Why can't I... Okay, fine. Let's try that. Oh, wait. Maybe I could do this? I wonder if that'll work. At any rate, so there's steps leading up to each successive level. Choked with weeds and jungly vegetation.
Any of the vegetation dangerous?
Not that you've seen, or not that you can tell. It doesn't look dangerous.
I don't know. I've seen a vine choke a turtle.
Well, Maxwell hasn't, so if none of it looks that dangerous, he'll try and carefully walk up.
There you go. Whitey should be fixed now. Okay. So you certainly try to walk up. Doesn't seem like you're actually making any progress. You get up about 10 feet, and then you start getting scratched by thorns. So far, they're not doing any damage, but as you look up and you see the thorns are just kind of like growing and reaching towards you as if they're going to start slashing your skin at any second.
Yeah, see these are the bad things.
As I step off, do they recede?
Yep, it does. Very perceptive of you.
I gotta go pick up a friend real quick, so I'll be back for more of the game, okay?
Okay.
Is there a way to get up without climbing up the stairs?
Doesn't seem to be, no.
Well then, Maxwell will try and sprint headlong up the stairs.
Okay, so after you make it up the first 10 feet and the vines start growing, the thorns start growing out and start scratching you, another foot and you take a point of damage as they slash you, and another foot after that takes another point of damage.
I'd probably stop after a couple points of damage.
Okay. When you come back down, you notice a little thingy watching you. Let me give you a picture. Player handouts. Creatures and monsters. Looks like this guy. Not the guy that's standing there. The little guys wearing, the little black hairy guys wearing masks.
We had statues of those guys. Well, we didn't. None of us did.
As someone who's been around the
I know
area,
nothing.
Yeah.
well, I've been around Shell for a while. What I
Yeah, actually, that's true. You've all been in Chilp for at least long enough to get this far in the jungle. And Azaka knows what they are because she told you before. Where she told your former party members that they're Twingas. They're kind of like little nature spirits. This one is carrying an orange and purple orchid, and it holds it above its head in both hands and runs up the stairs, and the vines part and make way for it.
Are there more of those orchids around?
Is anyone proficient in nature?
I am double proficient in nature. I
Oh.
have expertise in nature.
Okay. So it takes you about 15 minutes of looking around before you gather enough orchids for everyone to have their own.
Stupid knowledge domain. Double proficiency in nature.
Hey, you know not to drink the water on the ground.
And then I take one of the orchids and holding it above my head with exactly the same manner as the chewinga, I run up.
Okay, so you are now on the second level. Um,
I guess we
from
can all follow him. I give an orchid to everybody.
yeah, if you follow in his footsteps, doing the same thing, holding the orchid up and charging up, yeah, you have no problem getting to the second level. The vines part and the thorns pull themselves in to get out of your way. The steps here, the ones that you can see rising above you to the next level, um, they're 30 feet long and rise 20 feet into the air. The stone is in terrible shape. It's crumbling away as you touch it. Um, and you find that if you even try to put your foot on a step, it'll just crumble away underneath your foot.
Are there more chewingas around?
You stand back and wait for a moment, looking for them, and you do. His little mask is different. This one kind of looks like a chameleon's face. It's got a weird pointy nose and eyes pointing in different directions. Um, this one has an orange and purple orchid in one hand and a red parrot feather in the other hand, and he's just nimbly leaping from step to step.
So, a feather? Are there other feathers around? I can't forge those out of nature woods.
Well, you can though, because you are really good at nature, and that is apparently the skill of the day. So you figure out how the parrots would fly. You watch them for a few moments and figure out where their feathers would land, and it takes another 15-20 minutes to find enough red feathers for everyone in the party.
I hand them out.
Okay.
I step on the first step. Does it crumble?
Yeah, it's weird because you can't really feel it under your foot. It's like you're hovering just like a millimeter above the step, and it doesn't crumble, and you could still bounce off of it.
Did
And
you
climb
say
it with
I'm
no problem.
hovering a milliliter?
Millimeter.
Millimeter, okay. It's
Yes.
not like liter.
No, tiny little bit. And you hop on up. It feels, it's actually kind of nice. You have an extra spring in your step. You feel very healthy doing this.
Alright, I'll continue to move up.
So this one is a little bit shorter. This one, the steps only go up 12 feet. Um, these ones look like they were maintained much better. Possibly they're being maintained by the swarms of poisonous snakes that are slithering all over them. They seem to be stair maintenance snakes. Um, you see them crawling out of holes just like an infinite stream of snakes. They're not coming down towards where you are, but they're not letting you go up the stairs either.
Fire?
You can. You set some on fire. More snakes climb out. In fact, such a mountain of snakes climb out that they put out the fire with their bodies.
Alright, let's look around for another little guy. Maybe he's got more insight.
And you do, in fact, see another one of these little nature spirits. This one has a mongoose face mask. He has a red feather in one hand. He has an orange and purple orchid in his other hand. And he walks up to the snake, or he walks up to the step, whacks the snake with the orchid to piss it off, and then tickles it with the feather, at which point it calms down, and then he swallows it. He puts his mask in front of the snake. The snake crawls down the mouth of the mask, and then he slithers up the steps just like he's a snake. The other snakes leave him alone.
Maxwell will take one for the team and try it out.
Okay, so you whack a snake with the orchid. You tickle the snake with the feather. You lay down, and a snake starts crawling down your mouth, down your throat. Nobody's evil aligned, right? Everybody's not evil.
Well, this is an Adventurers League, so
You could
Very
be
few evil peoples.
lawful evil if you want.
The paladins aren't evils.
Yeah. So as long as you're not evil,
For paladin.
just make a con save to avoid vomiting up the snake. Oh yeah, no problem. It's a little weird. It feels kinda tickly and not altogether pleasant, but and anyone who's doing this can make the con save. Whitey feels real bad, but he manages to just like close his eyes, squinch them really hard together, and keeps the snake down. All of you slither up the stairs, completely just like a snake. The snakes consider you one of your own and do not bother you. And you reach the shrine at the top of the ziggurat. Up here, the outside walls have those labyrinth symbols of Ubtao all over the... Oh, yeah, you all don't recognize it. Azaka will explain. Actually, I guess she should probably make the con check, too, to make sure she can make it up there. Let's find her real quick, because I seem to have deleted her token, didn't I? Did I? Or did I just move it? Nope, there she is. She should be fine. She's not fine. Oh, Azaka, that's not good for you. So Azaka freaks out when the snake slithers into her. It's really not pleasant. She vomits snakes for a few minutes, but she's a trooper. She tries it again. She looks rattled and shaken, somewhat injured as she gets to the top, but she joins you all. And she tells you that these labyrinth symbols are symbols of Ubtao. The doorway stands open. There's no door in it. Let's see. Is everyone's passive perception correct now? Okay, so everyone except Pi, who seems to be looking out over the jungle, can smell incense coming from inside of the empty, dusty room. You don't see anything in there, but because it's just a faint smell.
That should be a 13, not a 10.
Oh, okay. Then you do smell it.
Obviously not too important at this point, but
No.
since I've heard what happens.
Yes. Osaka is like, well, this is it. This is the place I told you about. Be brave. Go in.
I'll go in.
That's where we'll go as well.
Oh, Pyrogat is brave. He goes in.
Okay. Is anyone not going in? Okay. So everybody enters. And when you do, the scene changes. There's hanging lamps illuminating the room. Incense burners fill it with the smell of strange scents and curling smoke. Cushions and reed mats cover the floor. Pots of blooming flowers line the walls, and singing birds flit from plant to plant. There is a huge snake, truly enormous, with iridescent scales resting on a heap of cushions opposite the doorway. Kind of uncoils itself, so it's about the same eye level as you. It stares directly into each of your eyes as it moves. Its face is human-like. Flicks out its tongue at you a few times before it speaks. And as you kind of look around a little bit, you also see a man and a dragonborn sitting on... well, maybe a dragonborn. He looks really dragony. Anyway, they're sitting on cushions, kind of staring at you, kind of staring at the snake. They're looking moderately concerned that you've entered here. The snake looks at you and says, I am Saja Imbaza. Why do you seek this ancient place? Speak truly, for I listen to your hearts.
We've come to find out what is causing the death curse.
And to put a stop to it, might I add.
I don't know about the death curse itself, but I have had visions of the city of Omu and Rasni. They're scheming to end the world, but obviously they must be stopped. I can only assume that whatever their plans are is what's causing this death curse, as you call it.
And where's this? Omu?
She'll look at your map, which you magically seem to have, even though it was... Well, anyway, don't worry about it. You made a copy, brought it with you, and she will use her tail to trace a line from where you are to a place far south in the jungle, about where you expected it to be. She tells you to be warned that Ross Nissi is he's powerful. He tried to take over the world once and was stopped, but clearly that did not dampen his ambitions. He commands the Yuan Ti, and he and his servants are trying to bring Dendar the Night Serpent into the world.
Well, that sounds bad. We should probably stop that.
You should probably kill him. That's the only way that he will be stopped.
I swear it will be done,
Is the evil?
or I will die trying.
Because they don't like evil people.
What's that?
No, we've sworn an oath to stamp out evil.
Is he the one that the zombies and such have tattooed on their foreheads?
Yes, so you are familiar with his creations.
He doesn't seem like a nice guy. We'll try and end him.
Okay, she's going to give you a present, and these guys are also hanging out here, so I'll just drag them on there so I can see them. This is the dragony looking guy. He doesn't say anything. He just kind of watches you all as you're conversing with this giant snake.
Looks like the guy from Curse the Azure Barns.
Other guy, he seems chilly. Kind of snowflakes sort of swirl around him as he's sitting here, seemingly quite comfortable in his snowy little, his own personal little snowstorm. And yeah.
And who might you be, friend? Is it turning to that guy?
I'm Artisimber. What are you all doing here? I'm surprised you were able to find this place. I've been searching for it for months now.
Well, we had a good guide.
Ah, yes. That would help.
Most of the time I wasn't looking for it.
Strange that you would just stumble upon it then. It must be fate. Perhaps you all,
The Naga asked us if we would go kill a guy who's making zombies and such.
Oh, yes, I heard. I was right here.
Hopefully that'll end the death curse.
Not something I'm particularly worried about. Myself, I'm a survivor. I don't die. That's my job.
Perhaps we could learn a thing or two from you then.
Oh, yes. Well, clearly you all are in good condition. None of you seem injured. You're all very healthy.
There's always the threat lurking around every corner in Chult, is there not?
More like in caves on high places.
True, Chult is not a safe place. I myself am looking for the lost city of Mesro. It hides many secrets. Chult, I mean. Not The city, it only houses one thing that I'm looking for.
It possibly houses more things, but they're secrets, so you don't know about them.
Well, that's why I'm here. Saja and Baza has been very helpful as far as telling me the things that I need to know. Where is Mesro? I can't find it. Oh, it's in there somewhere.
Do you know where Omo is? The place where she's told us to go?
I have not been there myself, but I know the area. I've been crisscrossing this land for, as I've said, quite a while. Oh, there's Mesro. It's way back there. Okay. Not heading that direction myself at the moment. But perhaps our paths will cross again in the future. I'm off to the east.
Well, if you ever want to help do the world some good and rid the world of the death curse, we'll be looking to do that ourselves too. You're always welcome if that's your goal.
There was a time when that would have been a motivation to me. However, life is hard. I'm sure you'll learn.
I think we've learned about all we could from the sage, I guess. From the
Oh, actually, she adds something very important. She watches this conversation for a moment, and she kind of looks at Artis. You're not sure if that's a smile. Snakes don't do that, but there is some little sparkle in her eye, and says that, she says, Artis, my friend, Mesro won't return as long as Ross lives. He's trying to ignore her, but he looks very troubled and says, perhaps our fates are entwined, after all. Dragonbait and I will travel with you for a time.
Dragonbait.
The dragony looking guy that's sitting on a thing next to you, he smells like lemons, but he doesn't say anything.
Does your friend not talk at all?
Artist looks at him and looks back at you and says, oh, I had forgotten that, I've grown so used to it, I forgot that other people find that unusual. He talks after his own fashion.
Is he a dragonborn? He looks not like most dragonborns we've seen.
No, to be honest, I'm not entirely sure what he is. I've never met one like him before. He, well, so he does talk. He has a language. But we communicate. It's not really something that human ears can hear. We communicate through smells. He understands what you're saying. You could talk to him normally. Don't try to burn incense at him or whatever else you might do. Whatever he is, he's a good man, creature. He's been helping me for quite a while now. We met in Port Nyanzaru, and we've been traveling Chult since then. Dragonbait just looks over at you. He's got a very placid look on his face and continues smelling like lemons. Artis will kind of nod and says that means he's happy. He's pleased to meet you.
Well,
Every time I shake his.
Is he evil? Because the paladins here wouldn't like that.
He is absolutely not evil. I don't think he would even understand the motivation of being evil. He is one of the kindest and most loyal people I've ever met. kind of you kind of sense a wood smoky smell mixed in with the lemon. Artist nods and says, "Yes, my friend. You are loyal, and I appreciate that. I would help you with any troubles that you might come across as well."
Well, do we want them to join us?
The more the merrier.
Yeah, what's the worst that could happen?
We could all die again.
What do you mean again?
Yeah, your souls, strangely enough, do seem to have, like, your souls are a little crowded. It seems like there's a little tiny piece of extra soul that you didn't have a few days ago when you decided to join this strange woman and her grungy friend.
So,
All of a sudden, I play bass and I'm in a band.
was it artists?
Yes, Artist Simber.
Do you have a way that we can quickly move around, other than just traipsing through the jungles and swamps and such?
Probably not. That would make things too easy, wouldn't it? Nah, he's got nothing.
Well, it was worth a shot.
But I can definitely help the survivability of your group, since you seem to think that death is an option. We'll try to make it not one.
I like the sound of that, for sure.
Oh, hey, none of us were alive with the priest.
That's true. What? Yeah, no, that's true.
This guy's name had come up with the priest of the guys who were there when we went to go see the priest.
Oh, that's right. They were looking for him.
The Zentrum, I guess.
Yeah. And even Azaka was not with you with that, was she?
Nope.
So yeah,
Grants,
none of you have heard his name.
since Grants refuses to do anything with the Zentrum, so that people don't know he's Zentrum, he doesn't know.
So yeah, the people who would know don't know, and everyone else doesn't know. Wait, what? Yes. That made sense when I was thinking it in my head.
We should pick a faction for these new characters.
They don't get factions.
Sure they do.
They do not. You don't get to. They don't get factions, and they don't earn renown.
That seems weird.
Yeah. That's so. You may be asking why I don't play Adventurers League anymore. This is what part of why. I really hate the rules this season. They suck. But yeah, it's kind of annoying. I mean, the faction. Well, anyway, not important. The important thing is that Artist Simber and Dragonbait will join your party. As you leave, you will all get a thing, but we're going to take a quick break now while I figure out what the thing that you're going to be getting is. So,
Okay.
we'll have a